Let's take a look at HTML attributes. Almost every element allows attributes. An attribute is what defines an element. Before we go on to writing an attribute, you must first know the rules. So here's the rules. You have to cover the value in quotations. For example, you have an A, so your link tag, your href, this would be your attribute, and this would be the value. You absolutely have to have the value in quotations. It can be double or single quotes. It doesn't matter which one you choose, but you have to stay consistent. What I mean by staying consistent is if you open with a double quotation, you must end with a double quotation. If you open with a single quote, then you have to close with a single quote. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some attributes that we can apply to, for example, a link tag. So we have an access key, character set, class, coordinates, direction, our href. That's exactly what we want to link to other pages. What else are we going to use often? ID, name, style, target, and title. So let's go over a couple of these. We have href, and this can be your URL, right? So this is a first attribute with our first value. I got the double quotations. Again, I could have used single quotes. I'll use single quotes next time. Let's add a title to it. So there we go. We have the single quotes. It works. Now I'm going to name it. You don't have to name every element. So we're just going to name this my link just because we can. And now we're going to give this an ID. See how when I typed ID, I said no CSS style? I can attach a style sheet. This gets into obviously CSS styling, and we're going to get into CSS after we are done with our HTML. But for now, we're just going to add a regular ID value, and we're just going to call it Caleb's link, no spaces in there. And it has to be absolutely unique. So if you add IDs to every element in your page, no other element should have the ID of Caleb's link. So now let's take a quick look at what we have. So I'm using Dreamweaver. It shows up as an anchor, which is my link. So now if we go ahead and open this page, this is what it will look like. Just a simple blank white page has my link. When I hover over it, the title shows up, the test title there. And that's exactly what this is. Now you can add these attributes to almost every element. There's no need to add a title or a name or an ID to everything unless it's being used or you think it's going to be cool. If you want to, go ahead. But for now, it's not a big deal. Now again, we just covered a couple. We didn't cover class. It's very similar to ID, but it doesn't have to be unique. Style, which is... it gets more into styling, obviously. Just CSS stuff. It's what makes your page pretty. And title. Now, just going back here, I want to show you some benefits of using a program like Dreamweaver. I can type in anything I want in here. I can add a line break, which is BR, and it automatically gives me the options to add a class, to clear it, ID, style, title. Just see what clear does. And now it gives me options. I can clear all of it, left, none, or just right of it. So that's what attributes are. Again, you can experiment with them, you can play with them. These are all my elements that are available to me right now. You know, if I just wanted to use a header tag, I can align it, add a class, add a direction, add an ID, language, on click, on double click, on press. Ignore all the surprise stuff. This is all just from Dreamweaver. We're not going to get into that. And add a style and a title as well. So again, just to recap real quickly, your href, your title, your name, and your ID are the attributes, and the value of the attributes is what's in blue here. And now you're familiar with what an attribute is.